Okay, so take a quick look around your home right now. Of all the things you own, I'm going to bet the chair is probably the most overlooked. But what if I told you that this simple piece of furniture actually holds the key to your home's entire philosophy, that it reveals how you relate to the world? You know, a home isn't just a place we live in, it's a statement about who we are. And that idea, right there, is really at the heart of what we're talking about today. We're going to decode the secret language of our seats, from a backyard in America all the way to a veranda in Southeast Asia. You see, a chair speaks a language without ever saying a word. Where you put it, who gets to sit in it, even what it's made of. All of this defines the relationships happening in that space. It can signal closeness or power, solitude or a big bustling community. It's a whole language of connection. So to really understand this language, let's start with a really fascinating contrast. On one side, you've got the American idea of a home as this kind of orderly fortress, and on the other, the Southeast Asian idea of a home with open arms, one that's built for inclusion. Think about it. In a lot of American backyards, there's this unwritten rule, right? The best seat, that super comfortable one, maybe the one closest to the grill, it belongs to the host. Now, this isn't about being rude, it's actually about creating order. It sets up a clear social structure. It sends a message. This home has a center, a leader. It gives you that fortress-like sense of stability. But now, let's completely flip that idea on its head. In Southeast Asia, you're way more likely to see a long bench or maybe a mat on the floor. These things aren't designed for one person, they're for everyone. 3 generations of a family, maybe even the whole village. The philosophy here is that there are no guests, there's only family. A home's real value isn't found in its boundaries, but in its boundless ability to include everyone.
Okay, so we've seen how chairs can create order on one hand and inclusion on the other, but let's push this idea a little bit further. What happens when we just take the chair out of the equation completely?
So for this, let's look at 2 more philosophies, one from Africa and one from Japan. And what's amazing is that both of them prioritize something much deeper than just physical comfort. They prioritize a state of being. In many African villages, you might not find any formal chairs at all. The seating is the earth itself. Stones, the ground, the shade under a big tree. No one owns a seat. So the focus totally shifts, right? It goes from possessing a space to sharing a memory. The unspoken rule here is just beautiful in its simplicity. You come, and I'll make room for you. It's this brilliant idea that a home can be built not from objects, but from pure human connection. And this idea of connection over comfort is also so central in Japan. In a traditional tea house, for example, you are not going to find chairs. The goal here is something called shin-detei-chi, which translates to the alignment of hearts. The whole point isn't physical relaxation. It's about achieving this deep spiritual resonance with every single person in the room. And here's the crucial part. The lack of chairs is a very deliberate choice. See, there's no high back to lean on, no comfy cushion to sink into. You actually have to adjust your posture, your breathing, your whole presence, just to sit within the space. The focus shifts away from external comfort to your own internal harmony and discipline. It's such a powerful statement about what a space is really for. Okay, so this whole cultural tour is pretty fascinating, right? But how do we make it practical? How can you actually weave these different philosophies into the fabric of your own home? Well, here's a simple 3-step framework. First, establish an anchor. Take a page from that American idea and designate a master's chair, your own personal fortress of comfort and order. Second, introduce sharing. Add a bench or some floor cushions to bring in that inclusive Southeast Asian spirit. And third, embrace flexibility. Just leave some open floor space, like a little nod to the African and Japanese philosophies, ready for those spontaneous moments of connection. But in all this thinking about order and inclusion and presence for other people, there is one final, really crucial piece to this whole thing. If you're the kind of person who's always making room, always moving chairs around to accommodate everybody else, I want you to just pause and ask yourself this one question. Have you saved a seat for yourself? This is not just another piece of furniture. A chair that's just for you is a symbol of regaining your own autonomy. It's not for guests, it's not for socializing, it's meant to be tucked away in a quiet corner, maybe somewhere with a little sunlight or a nice breeze. It's a dedicated space for you, and only you, to simply come back and sit. And the purpose of this chair is just so profound. It's a place where you can let your body rest, and maybe more importantly, where you can let your soul land. After a whole day of serving others and compromising and making space for everyone else, it is the one spot where you can finally feel grounded. And when you create that space for yourself, something almost magical happens. Your home transforms from just a place you live into a place where you can be held, a place where you can truly sit down, feel supported, and just be. So, as we wrap this up, I want you to think about your own space, your own life. Your chair, that sacred seat of autonomy and rest, it's waiting for you. And the only question left is, where are you going to put it?